When you're ready.
Alright, so our presentation here is about the dangers of advertising online. But before we start, I'd like to ask you all, what do you guys think are some dangers of advertising online? Just raise your hands.
Misinformation.
Scam.
Also true?
They're skewed to support certain demographics more than others.
Yep, exactly. So, we have that and more here in our presentation. So let's start. Advertising and its influence on our thoughts. Advertising has always been evolving from the methods and the outcomes used. In this battleground of capturing attention and getting people to send money, advertisers have steadily been taking action to influence a potential customer's thoughts in a way that suits their own corporate interests and views. Just this year, Facebook employees allegedly censored conservative ads and news. Reddit admins have been doing the same. David Brooks, Correct the Record Super PAC, basically kind of the lobbying committee in America, has been paying shills to promote Hillary and her agendas by any means necessary to online communities, publishers, and news sites. Political views aren't the only things being influenced here, though. Many ads tell viewers that they need the product in question or that it'll make them high class or something. Some ads also promote negative views and mindsets like racism or misogyny.
Okay, so our next part is about advertising yourself online. In the new world of technology today, kind of a couple of the big things is social media that you see on the internet and other personal uses on the internet, which seems like the norm and everyone seems fully involved in them for the most part. But what a lot of people don't realize is that there's actually, if you participate in those kinds of things, there are risks if you're not careful behind advertising yourself online. So I'm just going to ask by raise of hands, how many of you guys have Facebook? Okay, I think that's everyone. How many of you guys have your real birth date on Facebook? Okay, and have any of you guys at any time ever shared your location on Facebook? Okay, that's most of you guys. So I'm just going to go into a story then right now. Facebook isn't the only thing, by the way, there's tons of other things. So we're going to go into Kijiji. In 2013, an Ontario man went missing while trying to sell his truck on the popular buy and sell site Kijiji, and later remains of his body were discovered. There are records of people who have been attacked, bear sprayed, and many other kinds of incidents while meeting with potential buyers through Kijiji. Corporal Scott McRae, RCMP officer from Halifax, said, unfortunately, there is a certain segment of the population that wants to victimize and take advantage of people selling items. Kijiji asks you to give a lot of personal information and it actually encourages you, it says, the more the better for information that you put up. I actually checked that this week when making an ad. You're required to put the location, which is most commonly your home, your email, your phone number, your name, and wants you to include as many photos as you can. So we're going to move on to Facebook. Very similar in that way, you're asked to give out where you live, even where you work, where you go to school, who the other members of your family are and how old they are. Many people actually lie about your age on Facebook, which is a misconception, which is a danger in itself. Facebook is basically trying to get you to accept and invite any stranger to be your best friend that knows close to everything about you up to the minute. Yeah, up to the minute. One of the scary things which people became quickly cautious about is Facebook's share your location, which I already talked about with you guys. If you have your location services turned on in your smartphone settings, Facebook does have the ability to automatically share your current location with every post that you make. So people who aren't cautious while using online services are going to be prone to making mistakes to expose their identity indefinitely to anyone who has proper access to the internet.
Dangers of online advertising and malvertising. While we are all aware of online advertising and to some extent the data collection involved, advertising networks are more complex than most people realize. According to the Senate report, a visit to an online news site may trigger interactions with hundreds of other parties that may be collecting information on the consumer as he travels the web. The report cites the examples of one popular website where a site visit triggered interactions with 352 other web servers. The report also estimates that malvertising has increased over 200% in 2013 to over 209,000 incidents, generating over 12.4 billion malicious and ad impressions. Online advertising differs from other forms of advertising because the ad is usually delivered by a third party from a different server than the web page the user is viewing. The complexity of the delivery and the data collection process makes it difficult to hold parties accountable for bad or criminal behavior. And the report included one of these, as you can see. Current systems may not create sufficient incentives for online advertising participants to prevent consumer abuses.
All right, well, for my part, I'd like you all to think about some of the websites that you go on a day-to-day basis. And one of the top ones that should enter everybody's mind is Facebook. And so we go on Facebook every day just expecting it to do what we need it to, just to be the safe Facebook that we all know. Although even the safest corners of the internet are no longer safe. Cyber criminals have been placing hidden landmines in legitimate online ads on high-profile trusted websites. Even when computer users click on the ads, they unknowingly download destructive software called malware to their computers. That allows hackers to steal financial information or even account information. They can even lock up your files and make you have to pay a ransom in order to get them free again. So, as most pointed, this malicious practice has been dubbed malvertising because the malware hides in online advertising. Malvertising has invaded extremely popular sites, including Facebook, Amazon, Answers.com, Yahoo, and even YouTube. So you may be thinking like, okay, well, as long as I don't click on the ads, then I'm perfectly fine with that. However, even if you don't click on the infected ad, just having the ads on your screen can put you at risk because the malware can exploit security holes in your internet browser and download itself onto your computer. So even if you're not clicking on them, that malvertising is still a risk to you and your computer.
Okay, that's it. Great. Okay, questions?
What are your questions?
Okay, our first question is, how can advertising on the internet put yourself at risk? Let's wait for the answer. The answer is basically not being cautious when using the internet about what kind of information you're putting out about yourself.
Just wanted to repeat that again, both the question and answer.
The question is,